Hello, and welcome to One Bad Veggies Root Beer Review. Where in this review, if it doesn't bite, then that's false advertising. And in this review, we're going to actually be doing one of what I figure is one of the big twos root beer. You got Pepsi, and they make Mug, which that's the holy grail for me. And the other one is Coca-Cola, who makes Barq's root beer. And today, we're going to go ahead and be reviewing Barq's, because it has bite. That was the joke from before. Although it doesn't say that on the bottle. Anyway, let's get to the ingredients. So let's just go ahead and get started with the ingredients. I guess I should have Barq. Anyway. You can see here, the aesthetics of the bottle is pretty different from the cans. The cans almost have like this silver barrel thing going on. This is pretty simple. I'm wondering if they've just kept the same design the entire time that Barq's has existed. I don't really know for sure. Obviously, a lot of time, one of the reasons that I like to do, oh, by the way, I was going to mention, like, I like the little intricacies of the bottle here. Like, you don't see a lot of, like, interesting glasswork on the bottles. They're either just kind of long or stubby or something like that, but like it's just got these little diamonds on it that are pretty cool. Anyway, I just thought that was neat. Of course, Coca-Cola can afford to do things like that, but so anyway, the big shocker to me in a weird way is the fact that this has high fructose corn syrup in it, because for the most part, anytime that one of the big companies bottles their soda, it usually tend up using like cane sugar or something like regular sugar or something like that, not high fructose corn syrup. So, hopefully it doesn't cause a situation like, I can't remember what it was the last time that I had the high fructose corn syrup in it, but give it that, gross kind of artificial flavor. And besides, I mean, we all know that Barq's root beer tastes best when you get it from Subway anyway, so I'm not expecting a miracle here. But yeah, let's go ahead and open this up. I'm betting it's gonna smell real sweet. All right, let's go ahead and crack this one open and see how it smells. Really liking all these pop top openers lately. Makes it feel a little bit fancy. I mean, it's pretty close to what I expected, honestly. Very sweet. I've always thought of Barq's as have the stronger of the licorice flavors of the two big ones. Mug is definitely sweeter. That tends to be Pepsi's whole thing, is like if Coke has something, they just make a sweeter, more sugary version of it, like Mellow Yellow well, no, actually that's reverse in this case. Well, actually, I don't know, is Mellow Yellow? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, in this case, Mug is going to be the sweeter one. I think Barq's is going to have more on the other side. So, I mean, let's go ahead and check the pour and the head, and let's see if Barq's does have any bite to it. Actually, we won't really. All right, we got our trusty frosty mug here. Let's go ahead and see if the big boy can play. You know what? Well, no, look at that. It's dissipating pretty fast. Not gonna get a chance to taste it. Sad to say. But, you win some, you lose some. I gotta say, while it was actually pouring, it actually looked pretty good. But after the fact, not so much. Also, interesting fact, a lot of root beers have brown bottles, kind of like a normal beer does. This one, clear. I guess I already knew that because you could see the top. It doesn't matter. All right, so, well, sadly, as you can see here, there is no foam to be tasted. Just straight into the root beer. So, one of the things, obviously, it's their big selling point this whole time. Barq's has bite. Let's see if that's true. All right, Barq's. Let's woof this down. All right. It's Barq's root beer. We've all had it before. We all kind of know how it tastes. Obviously, it tastes different when it's in a bottle than when it's in a can. You don't get that tinny metallic taste, which is a good thing. It does improve the flavor for sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to the letter grade, because this one's kind of interesting. One thing sitting here that I definitely notice is that my fear of the high fructose corn syrup having a negative effect on it ends up being kind of true. You do have a little bit of artificial sugar kind of flavor aftertaste to it. It's not nearly as bad as some of the other ones I've tried. Some of them just become sort of bitter, almost leave your tongue. Well, I don't want to say it leaves your tongue dry, because I don't know if that's has anything to do with it, but it's definitely noticeable. This one, not so much. I mean, obviously, the first thing you're going to wonder about, does it have bite? Yes, it has bite. I mean, we kind of knew that coming in because it's Barq's, and we've always known that. But, and I think because of the bite, which it's just extra carbonated, is basically what that is. It also makes it like very belchy. Like, I just feel like I gotta burp more than I normally do with a root beer. So, I mean, that's not really going to contribute to the letter grade, but I think the thing is I'm a little bit surprised at how much I did enjoy it. I really expected, like, coming from one of the big soda companies or whatever, that you don't really expect it to be super high quality. You expect it to be standard, and I think that's where I'm going to end up putting this one at. I genuinely thought that maybe we would end up getting like a D or an F or something like that. And then I was leaning on a D because of the aftertaste, but because the aftertaste isn't as bad, and because it still tastes fine. I haven't really talked about how creamy or how licorice, the licorice flavor, anything like that, because honestly, it's like, it's more sweet than anything. I guess you would put it more on the creamy side of the root beers, but it's not a vanilla sweetness. It's just a sugar sweetness. It's the high fructose corn syrup sweetness that's giving it the flavor that it is, which again gives it a bad aftertaste. But when you're actually drinking it, it's not so bad. It's not a bad thing necessarily. It's not complex or anything like that. Again, I think I'm going with a C. I'm gonna give this a C. Because like I said, it doesn't necessarily do anything wrong. Definitely doesn't do anything particularly right. But seeing as the way that I always look at a C is like, if I'm at the store and I've got a Barq's root beer, think of it this way, right? Anytime I go to a fast food place, or some place that just serves root beer, and I order a root beer, there's a probably higher than 50% chance that it's going to be Barq's, and I'm never disappointed. And I know that's from a tap, and that's a little bit different, but it's root beer. It's in a way, it's kind of what root beer tastes like in your head, because for real, most people have probably drank Barq's more than any other root beer. Like, when you think about it. So I guess it can't be anything other than a C. It is the standard for everyone. So yeah. So yeah, I really need to end this one before I just start belching into the microphone over and over and over again. So we'll see about streaming in the near future. And doing some Gunpla. I'm itching for it. So that's it for now. I hope you had a good time.